Okay, hi. Welcome again sa ating PHP tutorial. And let us proceed now sa ating next topic. So this time po, we are going to discuss PHP session. So meron po tayong subtopics. Okay, first is that session basics and life cycle, user authentication and access control, stateful application without a database, session security, best practices, and demonstration of our PHP session. So let us proceed sa ating first discussion. Okay, session basics and life cycle. So before we proceed to the life cycle, let us discuss what is session all about. So a session in our PHP is a temporary storage mechanism that lets PHP remember information across multiple page requests from the same browser. Session data lives on the server and only a small identifier, it refers to our session ID, is sent to the client typically as cookie. Okay, cookie name PHP says ID. Again, cookie name is equal to PHP says ID. So we are not going to search for the specific file name po na PHP says ID, but doon po sa kanya kung saan siya nakastore, meron po siyang says then followed by, of course, random ID po ng ating cookie name. So PHP says ID value itself is only the session ID that our PHP gives the browser, not the actual session data. Where the data behind that ID is stored depends on your PHP configuration, and each active session becomes a file name, says underscore, and followed by session ID. So for example, we have this term says and followed by random session ID value. So a cookie is a small piece of text data. Again, is a small piece of text data that a website stores in your web browser. So ito po yung ni-provide ko pong example generated sa aking configuration ng sump na makikita sa temp, at ito po yung example value na nakastored sa ating active session po ng ating PHP po. So ito po yung sinasabi niyang PHP says ID at yung format says, and we have our underscore followed by session ID. So, saan po siya located? Pag gumagamit tayo ng Windows, inside of my sump or WAMP, meron pong tinatawag na directory na temporary, yung sump tmp, doon po makikita at lahat po ng session generated, doon nyo po makikita. So, i-demonstrate ko mamaya after itong discussion. Okay, so ito na yung life cycle. First is that starting a session, you need to use always session underscore start sa pinaka-top po niya at the very top of your PHP script before any HTML output. So pinakataas po ng declaration ng tags po natin. So PHP checks if the browser already has a valid session ID, and it refers to our PHP says ID cookie. If yes, it loads the corresponding session file from the server. If not, it creates a new session file and send a new ID cookie to the browser. So again, we need to start this session. Start dun sa ating first declaration. Ito po yun. Okay, let us proceed. So what about storing and retrieving our data using our session? So our session super global is an associative array. So like our PHP, di ba, may tinatawag tayong super global, PHP post and get. So ganito rin po siya. Data persists between page loads until the session ends. So ito po yung way ng pag-store at the same time, mamaya yung pag-retrieve. Makikita rin natin sa actual implementation, but this time ito po yung simple retrieving. So ito po yung store. So ito po yung parameter or key ng ating session. Ito po yung kanyang value. Kapag tinawag natin siya by using echo and session username. Question always is, sir, kailangan ba lagi may security yan? Yes. Kung paano po tayo nag-echo, we need to use HTML special character pa rin. At the same time, HTML entities. Ganun din po dito. So, ito po yung expected output natin once nag-create na siya ng cookie file or session file doon po sa ating temporary file. Okay, next is that session ID handling. By default, our PHP send the session ID as cookie name. Ang pangalan po niya again is PHP says ID. So you can pass it via URL pero hindi siya ini-encourage sa URL query string natin because for the sensitive data at the same time for the confidential. So yung mga common lang na pwede po natin siya i-share sa ating URL because we can retrieve the value of our session inside ng ating separate natin ng mga pages by using the term session. As long as the first step sa life cycle niya, you need always to declare session start sa pinakataas. And then next is that pag once na we're going to log out na or hindi natin siya pinapayagan na pag iniwan natin yung computer natin, yung page na yun naka-load pa rin doon, we need to unset or kill the session. We need to use the following functions such as session underscore unset and session destroy. Sila po yung responsible to clean the variable declared doon po sa $session po natin and delete all the data. Ayan. So, proceed tayo. So, ito po yung ending session. Kinapi ko lang ulit. An empty sys or what you call ID file can remain in our sump or temp until our PHP garbage collection or collector process run. So, may tinatawag tayong garbage collector sa PHP at siya yung responsible at nakaset kung ilan po seconds or minutes before po siya mag-perform ng cleaning. At inayaan natin sa session na mag-perform nun si PHP garbage collector na mag-perform ng cleaning of our cookie data. So, this one, file natin is harmless naman siya but will be deleted automatically when our garbage collector or the operating system temp cleaning runs. So, pwede natin siyang gawin pag nag-clean browser tayo, automatic na delete din doon yung file ng session po natin. Okay? But ito po yung way how to set or destroy. So, lahat po, after ito pong 3,600 1 hour, ay magpe-perform na po siya ng garbage, si garbage collector po ng cleaning ng PHP po ng ating cookie file natin. So, mamaya sa ating actual demonstration, makikita niyo po kung saan siya located. But let us discuss muna po. So by default, our PHP send the session ID as cookie name again. You can be default session data is stored in temporary file on the server and we can check this inside of our php.ini or kapag alam natin yung location ng php.ini, pwede naman natin siya doon buksan. Pero again, is that ang garbage collector natin removes all session files after a configuration nakaset doon sa php.ini under ng session.gc max lifetime. So, don't forget, kapag once na-declare po tayo, it refers to our headers. First, you need to declare session start. Then, for the security, use HTTPS and secure cookie settings to protect the session ID and timeouts. Okay, set appropriate lifetime and regenerate IDs after sensitive actions to prevent fixation attacks para at least kahit iwan mo siya, naka-unset na siya or na-clean na yung data po natin para ma-avoid po possible injection ng XSS or yung hacking natin. Okay, again, for the local, you can now detect or check the location of php.ini for the configuration, some php and php.ini, and session file by default. Ito po, ang part is that sump and tmp. Let us visit. Okay, so after natin ma-discuss. Kapag nasa online naman, mayroon tayong cpanel or server, makikita po natin doon sa ang location nito, ang session is that cpanel and then under ng php, we have this term sessions at doon po makikita natin yung version po natin. So, pwede po natin doon siya i-clean. Or kapag mayroon tayong code na at i-upload natin, so siya naman mag-cooperate naman siya. So, for our session storage configuration, nakaset doon sa ating php.ini, that is 1,440 seconds po ang default configuration at under po siya ni max lifetime. And pwede po natin siya i-change kung gusto po natin. So, since that nakaset siya. Like for example, we're going to set the value into 1,800 or equivalent to 30 minutes. Ayan. So, paano po? Allow me, before we proceed to the user authentication and access control, paano po ba natin siya isi-set? So, okay. So, dito po sa ating PHP, sa sump po, sabi niya kanina, dito sa PHP, nandito po yung ating PHP.ini. So, ito po sa development. Or, para hindi po tayo mahirapan, okay, pwede po tayo dito sa ating sump, at pwede po dito sa config, at you can visit the PHP.ini. Ayan. Pag double-click po natin, magbubukas po yung notepad, at hanapin po natin yung ating session, saan ba nag-store yung temporary file ng cookie file natin or yung session file natin. So, we can search session. Hanapin natin. May makikita tayo. Yan, ito po yung session GC Max Life po, 144, naka-state dun sa ating discussion before mag-perform yung garbage collector po natin ng killing na or cleaning of our session. So, ayan, after po nitong 1,440 seconds. So, hanapin natin sa session. Okay, so session kung saan naka-store para mapuntahan natin. Okay, so medyo maraming file. Okay, konting tiis lang. Makikita din natin yung session file, yung temporary file niya. Okay. Okay, nakaligtaan ko na ba siya? Oh, malapit na ta. Umulit siya. Ayan. So, ito na po. So, mayroon tayong save then, path, then ito po, sa sump and TMP. Ibig sabihin, dito po natin makikita pag once nag-generate siya ng session mamaya, doon natin siya makikita yung location ng file natin. Okay? So, sa sump and temp. So, close natin. Let us check. Ito po sa sump. At dito po sa ating temp, TMP. Ayan. So, meron na yan na-generate kasi nag-perform ako ng testing. So, i-delete muna natin to. Okay? Yan. So, okay, so sa goals and authentication and access control, um, ito pa naman po is that the scenario, ano ba dapat yung pattern pag once na nag-add po tayo ng files by using our session. So authentication verifies who a user is, and access control, or we can say authorization, decides what the user can do once they authenticated. Like for example, nag-add tayo if the user type is equal to admin, maglilink sa admin page, or if the user type is equal to user, maglilink sa user type. At kapag binaypass po natin, pwede natin siyang i-unset or i-clean yung data para hindi natin ma-access yung admin pages na lahat ay nag-perform ni admin or ni user. So may tinatawag na sessions are key because they let PHP remembers a user identity across many page requests without forcing them to re-enter our credentials. So mariread natin siya kahit saan siya. So for example, we have our homepage or login form on validation. Meron tayong login page or homepage natin. So pwede natin siyang i-apply. For example, is that user type is equal to admin or user type is equal to user. So responsible to compare the data stored pag once na hindi siya na-met yung ating condition sa session. So pwede tayo maglagay na magla-logout siya or mag-clean siya. So, maintaining the session, you can check again, like for example, meron tayong tinatawag nating session user ID. We can check, like for example, pwede kasing across the pages, meron kang checking ng user ID lang or user type lang, pero hindi mo naman na-state if that is admin or if that is user. So, mas maganda, you're going to check para pag once nag-bypass, and then you can direct doon sa ating logout page. So, kapag nag-logout page tayo, ang common makikita natin, session unset, destroy, and session name. So, ito yung talagang typical workflow na kapag once nag-create tayo ng pages, ang login considering ito yung homepage natin, ang logout of course to kill or to distract the session po natin or to unset. Ayan, or to kill this session. Ang restricted.php naman, ito yung responsible to protect the content. Like for example, dito is that you're going to check if the user type is equal to admin or user. So, no access, kapag once na nag-bypass tayo, pwede mo siya i-link dun sa no access to kill the session or unset, then mag-proceed tayo sa homepage. So, ito yung mga recommended na pwede nating gawin. So, typical file structure po talaga niya. So, like for example, ito yung common not iset, hindi ba siya naka-declare doon sa session? So, mangyayari is that magla-login, babalik ka sa homepage, or pwedeng i-log out muna before balik sa login. And if, like for example, sa file restricted naman, kapag checking natin if the file is not equal to admin ng user type niya, so na-access mo yung admin, babalik ka sa homepage or ilalog out na niya. Okay, or access natin. So sa stateful without a database, web applications are naturally stateless. Then every HTTP request is independent and the server does not remember anything about the previous request. Stateful applications overcome this limitation by maintaining user-specific data across multiple page loads. When you want to keep track of users, such as remembering who is logged in, okay, their preferences or items in shopping cart, and then, like for example, your data information sa data bank, you usually think of using a database. However, okay, PHP's built-in session management allows you to create stateful behavior without needing a database at all. So, ibig sabihin, di ba, in-expect natin kapag pumunta ako sa page database na yon, hindi ganun. So, we can use this state, yung mismo, yung stateful behavior ng basing our session na pagdating ko sa second page ay mariretrieve ko pa rin yung information na ginamit ko doon sa ating homepage, especially yung login credential, username, or name of the user, ang user type niya, para may check ko yung validation ng page natin across the pages para at least malagay natin yung security and validation na hindi mo siya pwedeng diktahan na mag-bypass ng pages kung hindi siya authorized. So, we're going to use this term session okay, temporary file, yung PHP says ID, okay, na stored in our cookie at tinatawag siyang cookie file natin. So, ang session is as in memory state store in terms of volatility, siya po ay temporary because after po natin siya i-unset, nawawala po yung data or once na nag-clean po tayo ng ating computer, okay, or sa local temp po natin, nag-clean po tayo, na mawawala na siya. In terms of security, proper configuration is crucial. Use session regenerate ID ulit para once na nagbago yung user type natin, so may regeneration na mangyayari. So, without a database is practical when data does not need to be permanent or shared beyond the session. PHP sessions provide a lightweight, built-in mechanism to maintain continuity across requests and making it possible to build feature-rich, user-aware applications without any database infrastructure. So, meron ditong stateful application example ko po. For example, for the declaration, if you are going to call the value sa across the pages po natin, you can use echo followed by the session key or parameter. For example, ganito po. Aware naman tayo na wala po dito tayo nilagay na HTTP special character or HTTP HTML special character or HTML entity. So, maglagay po tayo palagi ng security. Okay, always naka-state po kapag gumagamit tayo ng session super global array, kailangan nasa taas ay meron tayong session and start. Okay, before we proceed to the application, let us finish this. So, next is that session security best practices. So, use HTTPS everywhere, especially once, like for example, if our web page we're going to upload sa domain po natin. So, always nasa-set natin yung HTTPS and part siya kapag binibili natin. But before we proceed to the session and start, we need to declare the cookie parameters. Okay, meron tayong dineclared na value at ito palagi siya. Okay, meron silang purpose, bakit natin siya nilagay. So, session set cookie parameter call must be placed before you start the PHP session. That is, before the first call to start before the first call to session start declaration and before any output is sent to the browser. So ito po yung kanyang declaration session set cookies parameter at we're going to unset this sa logout din natin after nito para at least we're going to stop or we're going to clean the session at the same time yung cookie file. Ano ba itong mga to? So let us discuss. Lifetime is equal to greater than 0, it means that the cookie is valid only until the browser is closed. So, magbabalid lang yung ating cookie, yung file, pag once na active pa rin yung page. Pag wala na, so siya yung responsible to control. Another is that yung path is equal to and greater than yung slash. Ito ay nakadeclare din ito doon sa ating php.ini, referring to cookie is sent for the whole website, not just a folder. Okay, not only this slash natin. Again, siya yung responsible to send for the whole website natin, not just a folder. Another declaration is that secure is equal to true. Ito nakalagay. Okay, ito tayo kanina sa path. So, sino siya? Cookies send only over HTTPS connection. Ayan. So, especially kapag nag-work, so since naka-local tayo, naka-HTTP lang tayo. So, we have our declaration. So, sa online, naka-HTTPS na siya. Another is that HTTP only is equal to true. Okay. Cookie cannot be read by JavaScript. Helps to prevent our XSS. So, yan ang purpose niya. Kaya nai-declare natin siya. Okay. Because ang ginagawa natin, ang ina-avoid niya yung reading of our hindi niya pinapayagan yung reading ng cookies ng file natin by using our JavaScript. So, prevention from XSS. Another is that yung na-delete ito, yung same site or yung streak. Okay. Browser once sent the cookie with a cross-site request or what you called our CSRF, since that, ito po yun. Okay, ano lang siya, na-cut. So, siya po yung si streak. Okay, so we have our browser won't send the cookie with cross-site requests. Like for example, cross-site, like our sa JavaScript 10, it protects against our cookie with cross-site request. Ayan, so kaya dinideclare natin sa taas. Okay, so let us proceed. So here, for regeneration of our session ID, pag once nag-kill, we can now declare session regenerate ID. So after critical privileges changes, such as we can say login, kapag nag-change yung account, so we can now regenerate the session ID. Okay, another one is that we're going to control the lifetime. We all know that naka-declare si PHP, what you call this, PHP natin na siya yung responsible to clean, okay, the cookie mismo. So, meron tayong declarations, lifetime is 1440. Si garbage collector natin, once na 144 na yung declaration, so saka pa lang siya mag-clean or mag-remove ng file natin. But here, dito pa lang po, we can now include sa code po natin yung session and then yung activities. Like for example, pag hindi mo siya ginagalaw yung page na yun within 30 seconds, mag-log out na siya. So, ito yung declaration. Tulad po nito, nakalagay po dito is that 1,800 equivalent to 30 minutes pag ginayaan natin siya na naka-open lang. So, ang active page na siya kapag ni-refresh mo siya and saka pa lang siya magpe-perform at mag-log out siya. So, okay. So, sa logout page natin, always nakaset dito yung unset and destroy ng session. And of course, yung set cookies session name at mag-time out siya after, for example, 3,600 or 30 minutes. So, again, ang session unset is remove all the variables stored in our current session. Again, variables. And our session destroy deletes the session data naman. So, for the actual demonstration, allow me kasi may na-prepare na ako dito, but let us check yung temporary file. So, wala ako dito. Okay. So, let us continue. Check po natin. So, for example, meron ako ditong homepage. Okay. So, pag once na naglagay po tayo ng data, for example, okay, 1, 2, 3, and A, B, C. At ang user type natin is user. Pag click natin yung submit, pansin nyo po, mapunta sa user.php. So, let us visit the code natin doon sa ating part ni home. So, sabi kanina, sa life cycle po ni session, we're going to declare session start sa pinakataas palagi ng HTML tags natin. So, nandito siya. At once na nag-submit tayo ng data, ang ginawa ko dito is that method is equal to post at yung ating parameter name dito, pinasa ko sa session key natin or parameter. So, ang CNAME kay CNAME2, si UNAME2, si PWord kay PWord2, ang UType natin is UType2. Kapag nag-click po natin yung submit button, since na-declare po tayo itong session, automatic po yan, mag-create siya ng session file dun sa atin na temp file at makikita natin doon pag binuksan natin yung declaration or yung key name ng ating session followed by the value. I-check niya if the user type is equal to user, then mag-link sa user. Pag equal to admin, mag-link sa admin. Sa case ng program natin po, since naka-declared siya, saan siya nag-link? Sa user. So, since pinili natin kanina, is equal to user. Let us check yung kanyang temporary file. So, meron po tayo. Okay, nag-generate na siya dito. Let us check. So, ito po yung ating value. Okay? So, yung nare-read niya dito, yung ating key ng session. So, Rhino Condes, username is equal to 123, password ABC, user type is equal to user. Kaya po siya nakikita niya doon sa part na yon. Okay? So, since that may part ng code, habang nag-discuss ako, mamaya, pag re-refresh natin, mag-homepage na siya. Bakit? May sa part ng user sa code natin. Nandito na po kasi yung reading. So, echo, binabasa niya po yung utype, cname, uname, and pword na pinakita ko sa inyo kanina na galing po sa ating session file. So, across the pages, kaya nakikita niyo po yung output niya, lumalabas po dito sa part na to. Tinatawag natin. At don't forget, always add like HTML special chars or HTML entities for the security. So, let us discuss. Ito yung mga diniscuss ko kanina for the session integration. Pag once naka-open yung ating page, ito yung ating ipe-perform. And session start, meron akong condition dito. Declared yung ating last activity. So, ano ba yung laman nito? Na-declare ako equals to yung time. Okay, so tinawag ko yung time, then nakalagay po dito and at the same time yung time is that minus doon sa session last activity na generate niya. Kapag ito po ay hinayaan lang natin na nakabukas at hindi ginagalaw yung ating browser, mag-perform na po siya. Yung capture niya yung time kung kailan natin siya last na ginalaw yung session natin. And after that, magka-count siya. Kapag once na more than 30 seconds, anong gagawin niya? Okay? I-unset niya yung variable, i-unset niya yung data, at pupunta sa logout at mag-exit siya. Sa logout natin, naka-state po dito is that session start, tulad ng discussion natin kanina, unset and destroy. At ito yung parameter ang gagawin po natin. Isi-set natin siya. Yung time span niya, latest that expiration niya within 30 seconds kasi the same dun sa declaration natin na dineclare dun sa pages natin. At the same time, gagawin niya is that, of course, ini get session use cookie. Delete the session cookie on the client side. So, ito yung code natin. Okay? So, next is that pupunta sa homepage after nyo na-delete lahat ng session and cookies. Kaya nakikita nyo po sa homepage, nandoon na siya. Same with meron po tayong dineclare na itong session na to is not equal to user. So, meron tayong user type na nasa session sa file, pero nilagyan natin siya ng second security at the same time if the user type is not equal to user. So, since that user tayo, yung type niya, kaya nag-stay tayo sa page. Kapag hindi, ang gagawin niya, ibabalik niya sa logout at mag-exit ulit siya. So, ganun ang nangyayari. So, same with admin. Kapres lang po ito. Nagkaiba lang sila if user type is not equal to admin, so mag-logout siya. So, if that is equal to admin, mag-false itong condition, mag-stay siya dito. Okay? So, same lang po. Kinapi-paste ko lang ito na mag-expire sila after ng 30 seconds. Tingnan natin yung temporary file. Nakadaldal na ako, higit na siya ng ilang seconds na. Refresh natin to. Okay, refresh. Ayan, nandito pa siya. Meron pa siyang expected value. Kasi hindi pa natin pinupuntahan yung yung file. So, nandito na siya. Okay, let us refresh. Nai-read na niya, natapos na yung ating session. Pumunta na yung logout, pinunta niya yung logout at binalik niya dito sa ating page. Let us check. Ayan, nag-zero na wala na siyang laman. Kaya pag ni-check natin, empty na. So, yan ang purpose kanina nung visit ang logout. Okay, na page, in-unset niya. Again, is the purpose of this is that to unset all session variables, destroy the session data, and delete the session cookies na sa current page natin. At hinayaan natin si garbage collector ni PHP sa configuration ng ini na totally mag-clean ng files po natin, ng temporary file natin. Okay, another one is that, like for example, if the user type is equal to admin. Okay, so tingnan natin si temp. Refresh natin. Okay, meron ulit siyang laman. Let us check. Okay, so is equal to admin ang kanyang user type. Kung napapansin nyo, nag-update na siya. Kaya nag-link po siya since that si homepage, ang sabi niya kanina sa ating code si home stated that if the user type is equal to admin, mag-link sa admin page. Kaya nangyayari po, nag-link siya dito sa admin page, ito naman yung laman. Pares lang naman talaga siya, dito lang po sa user type is equal to admin. So, pag once pinindot natin yung logout, same din. Okay, let us check dito sa temporary file. Let us refresh. And tingnan natin yung nangyayari sa temp. Ayan, nag-zero din yung file. So, ibig sabihin, nag-clean din siya at nag-reset na rin siya. Okay, so, login ulit tayo. Meron ulit tayo sa pang-ipi-perform. Okay, so paano? Kapag nakaset siya, okay, refresh natin. May laman na siya. Diba? Meron na siyang is equal to user. Okay, palitan natin itong user. Gagawin natin siyang admin. Anong napansin nyo? Naging home.php. Bakit? Nung binisit ko kasi yung page, diba sabi niya, if that is not equal to admin, so naglagin tayo as user, yung nakastore data doon sa ating page ay ang user type niya is equal to user at nag-jump ka sa admin page kasi alam mo yung page na yun for validation, that's the purpose of session natin. So, meron tayong security na if that is not equal to admin, ang mangyayari sa kanya, magla-log out, i-unset, i-clean niya lahat. So, mabalik tayo sa homepage. Ngayon, if you're going to check the session, yan, wala na naman siyang data. Bakit? Na-clean siya because nag-create ka ng violation doon sa part na nag-jump ka after mo mag-set ng session ID ng value. Kaya isa ito sa mga security sa code na ginagamit sa admin, especially kapag may database tracking if the user type pagpupunta ng user panel or we can say our admin panel, dito yung ating nilalagay yung ganitong klaseng security. So ito yung purpose natin. So again, makikita po natin yung ating session file or cookie file dito po sa ating session ID dito po sa ating SAMP at tempo natin. At again, nasa-set yung path nito doon sa ating php.ini. So, doon siya naka-config. Pwede po tayo palitan yung path pero yung default nandito po sa ating php.ini. So, let us go back. Okay. Kung napansin niyo po, na-perform na natin yung 30 seconds kanina. So, I hope na naintindihan po ninyo yung application. Kung ang tatanungin niyo po, paano yung reading ni admin? Parehas lang din po siya. Ayan, ganito po magbasa. Echo and followed by session. So, binabasa po niya yung doon sa ating PHP SSID, yung sa cookie file. Nire-retrieve niya kasi meron po siyang session yung tinatawag na utype2, cname2, uname2, pword2. Available po siya doon at nasi-check niya yung cookies file, nandun po siya. Kaya nire-retrieve niya na babalik niya sa reading natin sa page po natin. So, yan ang purpose. Else, kapag nagbabypass tayo, tulad ng ginawa natin, may nilagay tayong security, pwede natin siya i-link dun sa logout or no access. Ganun din po ang gagawin natin. We need to unset the session and destroy the data. So, para at least makapag-generate ko ulit, maglalagin ulit na panibagong account. Okay? So, yun lang po. I hope naintindihan po natin. For the viewers po natin, you can post and retype the code para mas maintindihan nyo siya and you can practice using our session, PHP session. Okay, kapag medyo nabibilisan kayo, just post and retype. Okay? Okay. Okay, for our logout, ayan, so si logout, dito lagi siya. Location, saan siya magla-land after niya dun sa pinakataas. Kaya sa last part natin siya dinideclare after ng pagbasa ng algorithm niya. Sa pinaka-last part, babalik siya sa homepage natin. So, yun lang po. I hope na nagigets po natin yung discussion regarding our PHP session. And if you have question and clarification po dito, just ask me sa LMS po natin. Sa mga viewers po natin, you can stop the playing of video po natin and then so that mabalikan niyo po kung ano po yung purpose ng basic discussion regarding our PHP session. Okay, thank you for watching and God bless.